What's up, Las Vegas? It's your girl, Boss Barbie, with Anointing Radio and Off the Lens Productions. And we at the Aces game, man. They looking to shut out the Phoenix Mercury tonight. And as you can see behind me, Asia Wilson, our future league MVP, already one-time MVP, but yeah, two-time MVP on the way. She back there getting warmed up. I'm looking for her to have a better game than she did last game. You know, she stepped up defensively for her team, but she knows she gonna have to get a little more buckets before, you know, the next round, so that way she can get a rhythm and everything going for this playoffs and get this team over that hump of championship aspiration.
Aces ball. Let's go. Let's get it on. Minutes remaining in the first half. 2.
Hell of a first half. The Aces broke the WNBA playoff record for the most threes in one half. They ran it up. They had 63 in the first half. And I don't see them letting up. Chelsea Gray is on fire. And you can't ask for nothing else. She seemed to be pretty pissed off still from the first game. Las Vegas. This your girl, Boss Barbie, and we are out of the first round, man. The Las Vegas Aces just blew the brakes off the Phoenix Mercury in game 2, and yeah, we swept them, and now we moving on. We don't play again until August 28th at home, and we get to play the winner of the Seattle or the Washington series, which is going to be very interesting because, I mean, those are two very, very good teams that's battling it out right now for a chance to play against us in the semifinals. So look forward to seeing who we match up with. I know the Aces gonna come ready. The way that everybody's playing right now, the way Coach got the whole team in tune and locked in, we got a lot of hope to go for this championship run, you know?
Obviously, happy to put a team away. It's always hard to put a team away. I thought they came out through a heck of a punch in the first quarter. And so we needed to kind of buckle in defensively, which they did. And I don't know if y'all saw it, but I got into them pretty good. And they responded. So happy to be moving on. Probably my favorite stat of the night is 31 assists on 41 field goals. Because it's been our mantra all year. It's been what I'm preaching to them. You know, when we share, everybody gets more. I know it seems counterintuitive. The more you give away, the less you have, but it's actually the opposite. The more you give, the more you'll get back. Because you're one set of hands giving, but there's 4 giving back to you. So that's been kind of my non-negotiable the whole year. And so when something like that pops out on the stat sheet, I always like to give them kudos. Just sharing it. I mean, every defense is going to take away something, and so it's just a matter of making the right read. You see, to get rid of it. It all looks good when the ball goes in the hole too. So the other night we had some good looks and it did go in. It wasn't so pretty. Nice for everybody to kind of see the ball go through the hoop, get a little swagger going into this next round, because the next round is going to be a dogfight.
Hey Coach, Trinia Barner with Anointed Radio. Let's talk about the bench. We talk about the starters all the time, but the bench came in and dropped almost 30 points, got the house fired up to finish off the game, didn't let up at all. Just talk about how you keep them engaged the whole game and they come in with the same intensity, ready to go.
I just try to, I was the last person on the bench for a year or two with New York, my first year, so I know what it's like to be sitting down there. And so I always try to engage them in certain ways, keep them firing, keep them motivated. I mean, I think what this bench does, though, that's special is whether they play. I mean, you all see them; they are acting up over there. I mean, they are hyped for their teammates. So that's nothing I gave them. I don't know if they're drinking shots of espresso or whatever, but they come ready to celebrate their teammates' accomplishments, and that's them. That's who they are as people. I think it's one of the most important pieces in a bench pertaining to chemistry, that whether you play, I mean, Sidney Colson is probably one of the best examples of that. KB, I mean, you could go down the line. They are all ready to go, but they're locked in because they're engaged in the game and authentically pulling for their teammates. So it's not any button I have to push. They come ready. That's who they are. That's why they're there. And it's a nice thing that I don't have to worry about, honestly. Those 9, 10, 11, 12 type guys, girls, that may or may not play, but they're engaged every time, are the kind of chemistry and character people you want sitting there on the end of your bench. And really since then, we've had a quarter or two that has gotten away from us, that's bit us in the hind end, but they've really been locked in and playing with each other on both ends for the most part. I mean, like I said, barring a couple quarters here and there, for the most part, they've been solid. That doesn't mean we win every game, but there's a way to win and there's a way to lose. And, their commitment to each other continues to grow. And like I told them at the break, I said, look, you guys have always had enough talent. But this ain't a talent show. This is a 5-on-5 game. And if we play together, we'll be great. And if we don't, we will be average.
She just talked about that, you know, we focus on us and the team assists and how we're playing with each other. It was a great sight. It felt good, it felt fun. And then defensively, when we're engaged, I think in that second quarter there, we allowed 14 points. That's the type of defense that we want to put out there.
I'm glad I got one. But no, like, we were just taking what the defense was giving us. It's something that we've been working on. I mean, it's something that's just a part of each of our games. So for us to just showcase it, I think it's just a matter of time that we've been doing it more consistently. But at the end of the day, you know, Phoenix was giving us different looks. They were throwing us different things at us. And I think we just stayed composed and stayed within us.
Right now, as a team, we're playing our best basketball on both ends. Like, you want to peak at the right time, and for me individually, that's what I'm feeling. Just putting the work in and after practice, after shoot around, just staying composed. Like, even if they weren't knocking down at the beginning of the season, even in the middle, you want to start playing your best basketball right about now.
Hey ladies, Trinia Barton with Night Radio. Chelsea, the ladies always talk about you being the closer and, you know, they follow your lead. Last game, you got pissed off and went off. You know, this game, it seemed like you didn't have amnesia at all. You remembered everything you was mad about, came out, trying to close the game out in the first quarter. Just talk about how everybody just followed suit and caught fire with you.
Yeah, I think starting off again, they might have given different looks, especially in a series. Like, you make adjustments from game 1 to 2, 2 to 3, like those different adjustments. So we wanted to see how they were going to play us this time, where they're going to switch a lot of those actions. And so the plays were set up in a way in order to have spacing and make reads. And so when we were kicking it out, we were having good looks. We probably would have got better looks if we would have got stops defensively to be able to play in transition. But as far as I was just taking what the defense gives me, giving open shots. We want to have great shots, not just good.